Today I'm heading out to Deerfield, Ohio to see a dear grandmother of Ulysses S Grant, whose name was Rachel Kelly Grant. She's buried at the Deerfield Cemetery on Route 224. So, I guess I'll see you at the cemetery. Rachel Kelly Grant, the grandmother of Ulysses S Grant. Because it's kind of a historic site, they redid the tombstone and put a new one behind here, but this is the original one. I'll get a close-up, kind of share who she was and also a little bit about Ulysses S Grant. Rachel Kelly Grant was born in June 1746 and died on April 5th, 1805. According to the modern day standards, that's not too long, but back in the day, that was a decent life. She was the grandmother of Ulysses S Grant, who was the 18th president of the United States. It says on the bottom here, Mrs. Grant came to Deerfield in 1804 with her husband Noah and 7 children. Noah set up a tannery just west of Deerfield Circle. Rachel was known for her spinning. I guess she was a dancer. I'm just kidding. I think she was a yarn spinner, is what it means by spinning. The main reason I'm here though is because she was the grandmother of Ulysses S Grant. Obviously, if Ulysses S Grant would have never became president, I wouldn't be here right now. So I'll share a little bit about Ulysses S Grant. He was a general in the American Civil War. Grant won the Civil War and united the Union. He was commonly known later on as the savior of the Union. Obviously, Grant faced criticism from the South for his excessive force, and oftentimes Ulysses Grant was known for drinking heavily, but I think that was primarily overhyped by the media. We had a fake news media even back then. After he won the war in 1865, Ulysses S Grant became president and served from 1869 to 1877. Grant was known for his role in creating the Justice Department. In 1885, Grant passed away. Ulysses S Grant, his real name was Hiram, but like I said, the real reason I'm here is for Ulysses S Grant, but it's pretty cool because Deerfield is about 15 minutes from home. I had a good friend who grew up in Deerfield, and Rachel Kelly Grant was Ulysses S Grant's grandmother, who was buried here. So they have a nice little wooden sign out here outside of 224. This is this road that you see right here, the cars going by. It says, historic site, Rachel Kelly Grant, grandmother of U.S. President Ulysses S Grant. Right where my car's parked, about 20 feet to the west, is where his grandmother was buried. He was buried in New York, but he was born in Ohio, and it says Deerfield Cemetery out front. It's about a mile from the Deerfield Circle, if you know where that is. It's on Route 224. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed seeing Rachel Kelly Grant's tombstone.